Hello, are there people in here? Hey guys. What's going on? I just filmed a video and I just wanted to check in, see what's going on, see if anybody had anything they wanted to talk about really quickly. Oh, hangnails are rough. From Australia, period. What video did you film? I filmed my Q&A. So I think that's probably why, like, I was, like, answering questions and I was like, oh, let me see what people are up to. This is my first time catching you live. I really enjoy your content. Thank you. I'm a tired lady. Love your ring, so cute. Thank you. They're my birthstone. From Nicaragua. I've actually been to Nicaragua. That's the only place out of the country, out of the United States that I've been to. Hello? Your character and scene analyses are so spot on. I am so glad to hear it. I mean, you know, I think so. I guess I wouldn't post them if I didn't feel like, you know, they're good. Oh, hello. What part? I went to, where did we go? We went to a couple different places, but Granada was one of them. Where else did we go? Yeah, we went to Managua too. A couple other places. Recently watched your Anatomy of a Mirror scene and you said you censored yourself. Haha, would love to hear more thoughts. The way that I didn't include so many things in that, y'all, because, like, it's so funny. People are, like, talking about, like, oh, you didn't talk about the belt. I'm like, there's no intelligent, intellectual way to discuss that. It's just hot and sexy. Like, what am I, like, think about it. In an analytical, scholarly way, how am I supposed to say that? The way that Luke Newton, like, I'm like, girl, it was just hot. What can I say? It was just hot. And there were a lot of, like, details that I noticed as well, like, physical or, like, sexual, that I just didn't really feel fit with that type of video. I was just like, I don't really know that that I can derive character meaning from this necessarily, so I left it out. Thank you for all your insightful analysis and work you put in those. Keep going. Thank you. Saying here from the Bahamas. Ooh. Thank you for all your Bridgerton content. It's been amazing. Love you from Australia. I can't believe there's people so far away. That's crazy. Are you planning on doing an Anne with an E video soon? Yes, I'm gonna film that in the next few days. The final episode. Hi girl, I'm from South Africa and I love your content. What got you to start with YouTube? It's funny, I did answer this earlier, but, like, I actually just watch a bunch of YouTube, and I actually filmed videos before posting them, like, years before posting them. Like, probably, like, 3 or 4 years ago is when I filmed my first, like, videos, and I never ended up posting them. They were, like, reactions to after, which were actually so funny, but the audio was so bad that I literally couldn't post it. But yeah, I think I just watched so many reactors and commentary channels that I was like, I feel like I could do this. And yeah, I guess Queen Charlotte really kickstarted it. It just kind of went crazy from there. I never expected it to kind of blow up like it did. Leon, yes, I think we did. New Zealand, oh my gosh. The amount of times I've watched your analysis vids is crazy. That's so crazy to hear. I mean, I love to hear it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just, like, it's weird to, you know what I mean? Like, of course, I rewatch videos of people all the time, but, like, I'm like, oh, period. Okay, you rewatch. Love that. Love that for me. Are you going to do a deep dive of Pollen's... I don't think I can. It's literally, like, 10 seconds long. Like, I don't think I can. I probably could. I don't know that I will, though. What would you like to see in the second season of the Buccaneers? Thank you. Because it was starting to piss me off. Not really, but, like, I was like, girl, nobody likes my Buccaneers video. I would like to see a lot of things, in fact. I really would like to see, like, I just don't know what they're doing with the love triangle. Like, if Guy's gonna be off, and now Theo and her are married, I would like to see their married life. I would like to see something. Season 3 pollen analysis coming soon. Here's the thing with that. It's gonna take forever. I don't even know how much of a percentage I'm done with. I've done a lot of it. But it's just one of those things that, especially, like, for the best outcome, it's gonna take a little while. Like, I can't promise it's gonna be soon, but I am actively working on it all the time. So I am getting there. It's just that will definitely take longer than most videos to have it be, like, at the level that I really want it to be. And that, I mean, my first one is actually one of my most successful videos, which I never really expected, but I definitely want to replicate that if possible. Genuinely curious, but just wondering, and with me, oh, I did that. Is there a space you'd ever feel comfortable going into more detail? I don't know, guys. Maybe on a Patreon sometime. I don't know. Your con character analysis made season 3 so much better for me. I'm so glad to hear that. Brazil, Bahamas. I watched all your videos in a day, got so into it, I needed to know your opinion further. Congrats, your video analyses. They should be published by Netflix's official guide. Love from Italy. You know what? You tell them. Period. I agree. Netflix, hire me. I'm already working. Do you have a film background? I mean, in what way? I think yes. Yes. Kind of. Sort of. When you post a video, it literally makes my day. Thank you. Oh. Can I have mod? Yes, you can. Add as a moderator. You're so good at it. It's truly a gift because I love season 3, but your content made it so much better. I love hearing this. This is always so touching. I'm like, oh my god. When people are like, I've seen people be like, now I'm waiting for your analysis more than I'm waiting for the season, and I'm like, period. We need at least a video on the last 2 pollen intimacy scenes. So I am gonna do one at the Modiste. I have the Willow Tree coming up. That will be probably in my next one because the script is pretty much written. I need to record it and edit it. But the Willow Tree, and then I think the Modiste might be my last anatomy of a scene, I think. Unless people are really dying for something else. Maybe it's a love confession. People want me to do people have asked for the wedding, but I don't really know, like, how much. I could probably find things to say. Hi, Sammy, your Bridgerton videos have been great and educational resource for me. Love your analysis videos. I can and have literally binged them. Lots of love from Trinidad and Tobago. Wow. That's not true. I love your Buccaneers video. Okay. Would you ever do a video analyzing Pride and Prejudice 2005? Would love to hear you break down certain season. Would I ever? They're the blueprint. What are you talking about? They're the blueprint. Yes, of course. That came before all of this. Hi from Germany. Oh my god, so many people. Do you have TikTok or are you planning to create an account? I do have TikTok, so go follow it. It's Sammy, SAMMYB8, the number 8S. And I also need to start posting on Instagram, I know. I'm sorry. It's fine, we still have 2 years to fill, so take your time with the new season 3. Hi from Wales! Have you watched My Lady Jane, and would you ever do any reaction/analysis of it? I have watched most of My Lady Jane. I think I still have 1 episode to go or something like that. Ooh, I didn't... Well, if people really wanted me to, I could. I feel like I need to actually rewatch it from the beginning to get an opinion on it, because I'm not sure, like, if I feel strongly one way or another about it. So much season 3 hate out there. What do you think of all that content? I mean, people are entitled to their opinions. I just happen to, like, disagree mostly. And that's not me. Someone was like, oh, it seems like you're kissing ass. It's literally not. Like, I am not afraid to criticize things. Or be critical or analytical, as we know. I will read things to filth. 2 blue pools? Come on now. If I don't like something, I'm not gonna, like, pretend that I do. But I think overall, I guess I'm not in the majority where I feel like it was pretty good. As a non-book reading fan, your input has been so amazing. I love your vibes. I've recommended you to my friends. That's so nice. I love the idea of that. Have you seen the last intimacy scene on X with all the voiceover and music removed? Yep, I saw that the other day. You mean the scene they fight at the Modiste store? Yes. I really liked in your analysis is how you praise Luke's acting. I love how he's embracing his vulnerability without coming off alpha male-like, especially in the intimacy scenes. Yes, I mean, I've said it a million times now, but I genuinely find his, like, decisions, and performance in those scenes in particular, like, so interesting and unique and real and, like, touching almost. It's like nice to see that. Yes, please, anatomy of a scene of Penn telling Colin that he is enough, and then Colin's last speech. Yeah, I could do yeah, those 2 are good. I could do that for sure. But I'm definitely gonna talk about them in the Paul and relationship analysis, so it's kind of just about, like, how much do I want to leave for just that video. Are you interested in doing carriage scene comparison between Emily in Paris and Bridgerton season 3? No, I don't watch Emily in Paris, so I don't know. I've heard about that scene. I've seen, I guess, pictures of it, but I don't engage with Emily in Paris like that, so who knows? I don't know that I would be of much help. Have you seen Max and Holt? That's another one that I have, except for the last episode. I need to finish that. I don't know. Will you do Yap sessions for part 2? I love those videos so much. I am so glad you do, and thank you for saying it, because I get insecure. I'm like, nobody likes those. Everyone wants you to shut the fuck up forever, so go KYS. No, I do have one coming soon. It's pretty much fully edited, so the episode 5 Yap session is coming. It's already filmed, almost edited, so that will be maybe the next Bridgerton video that I post. But I am going to be posting non-Bridgerton videos soon. All the intimate scenes without music 8 are hot. You can hear Luke. I know. Yeah, they are. They're good. Thoughts on F3 ball scene? Are you well? Would love your take on it. Episode 3 ball scene. Are you well? Oh, like when post cut, post hand cut when they meet back up. Luke did unexpectedly great. I'm grateful he brought Colin to life. I'm impressed with his acting chops. Yeah, I would agree. I appreciate him. How do you pick up on such minute details? As a writer, it's fascinating. Your analysis has sparked curiosity to take another look at season 3. Have you ever thought of teaching a masterclass? That's very flattering. Someone else asked something similar, and I was like, shit, should I do a masterclass? I was like, shit, should I? I would, if enough people wanted it. I definitely would. That would be, that would be cool. It's very, yeah, it's interesting. It's validating to hear people be like, oh, this is like a college course. I'm like, kind of. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I just have always had I just have a lot of disorders and mental illnesses, and also just personality traits that just make me hyperfixate, make me obsessive, make me zero in on details that 99% of the population simply never notices. That's literally just like me. Anytime I'm obsessed with something, I am in the top 1%. That's not even a joke. Like if I have a musical obsession, so like I had a whole phase with Hamilton, even Taylor Swift. And think about how many Taylor Swift fans there are. I recently became like a fan. And my phase with her was so crazy. I was literally in the top 1% of listeners out of the entire world. Do you understand how crazy you have to be in the top 1%? So like anything that I have interest in or a special interest in or hyperfixation on, I literally am one of like the probably most like qualified people to speak on it, because nobody is getting into it like I am, I guess. Yes, part 2. Yeah, obsessions, please. Let Men Moan rings in my head. Totally agree with your take on Two Blue Pools. Really felt like they went with the first draft of that monologue. I know, dude. Have you ever thought about doing a video responding to fan questions about the show, or might be a nice break from the heavy lifting of a scripted video? Well, I literally just filmed a video responding to questions, both about me, and there were a lot of Bridgerton questions as well, so that will be coming out. But yeah, I'd be happy to do a separate one, because I'm sure there are Q&As, or like even like maybe react to unpopular opinions or something like that. I've seen a lot of YouTube people do that, where it's like, send me your unpopular opinions on Bridgerton and I'll react or whatever. Just for the record, we are all still waiting for your season 2 videos. I'm glad to hear it. They are coming, although I'm scared. I'm scared, guys. Because, like, I see a lot of Canthony people, and I am a Canthony person, but I see a lot of people who love that season, and that season hurts me. So I'm a little scared to talk about it, but I guess people would. Would you go back and do an in-depth analysis of Bridgerton for season 2, Kate and Anthony? Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you a theater major or English major? No, I'm a media production major. So kind of both theater and English is kind of... Media production is a very wide umbrella. It includes a lot of different things. I'm very curious to see Luke's next work. In what genres or projects would you like to see him in? I watched him in The Shape of Things, and that was very interesting, like seeing him be kind of like awkward and like nerdy and comedic. So I wouldn't mind seeing him in some more comedic things as well. He does have a great voice. I mean, he would be great in like any musical, anything, probably. There's a moment in the Willow scene where Colin says, well, just like Violet Bridgerton, convinced there was a conscious choice by Luke. The attention to detail. Yes, I talk about that moment. I didn't, you're right. I didn't clock onto that. Exactly. But yeah, you're correct. I've just finished the second book of the Max and Hall series. It's actually called the Save series. And I'm so ready for season 2. Ooh, maybe I will need to read the book and like see what's gonna happen in season 2. Your dissection videos are so good. Thank you. If you're a writer, would you rather write gossip columns like Penelope or travel journals like Colin? Ooh, that's very interesting. Because I think the gossip column, well, I am a writer, number one. But the gossip column appeals to my interests in psychology and human nature, whereas I think a travel journal lends itself more to poetic writing, of which I am also a big fan. And I do a lot of, poetic writing as well. So both of those could work. What do you think was Bridgerton season 3's biggest strength and weakness? I mean, the biggest weakness is always going to be, like, it just needed a little bit more. They really, I mean, they should add longer episodes. If they want to keep it at 8, they should be longer. Or they should add more episodes. Every season could benefit from that. I'm so serious. Even 9 episodes. It wouldn't even need to be 10. But, like, that's been a problem every season. Although, season 1 probably did it the best, actually. And its strength. I need to think more about that. Your analysis are so damn spot on. Thank you. Would love to hear your opinion on episode 3 ending where Colin approaches Penn but can't speak. Colin approaches Penn. Oh, okay. Sorry. That took me a second. I was thinking episode 2. Yeah, I actually have a good, I feel like a good script for that moment. I remember I was writing my script for that for the, pollen relationship analysis, and I was like, this is eating. I was like typing, I was like, yes. Would you want to do screenwriting? Yes. That is one of my end goals. I do want to do screenwriting. And that's part of my, like, formal education in college. I have taken screenwriting classes, and I have a professor that's a professional screenwriter that has been great, a great mentor. So yeah, when I say I might write my version of scripts for season 4, I'm, like, serious. Like, I might actually present you with screenplays. I don't know. Ugh. I thought it was good too. I don't get all the hate for this season, but apparently Penelope is not liked. Yeah, people are always mad about something. Thank you for all your videos that keep me company. Oh, Italy! This is so crazy. There's so many people all over the world. I love season 2, but I also love hearing different perspectives. Go for it. Okay, well, because that's the thing also, like, any of my perspectives, anytime that I don't like something or I'm criticizing something, I have, like, constructive criticism, or I'm able to justify it, or be like, it would have been better if this, or they could have done this, da-da-da-da-da. Like, I am able to back it up, rather than just being like, that's bad. I'm like, this could have been more effective, and here's how. So I do have a lot of things about the season where I'm like, but I have things that I think would have been better, too. Was it all the lack of consent? Pollen just feels so superior in so many ways. What are you referring to? What do you think will happen between Violet and Marcus in season 4? She said her affairs were nearly in order, but no, it's just gonna make her affairs out of order again. I know. Bless her. You know what could be good? Is if she was, like, opposed to the union, and then Marcus is the one who, like, convinces her to, like, encourage it. That could be a way that they weave him into the story. I don't know that they're gonna really continue with that, though. Did you ever react to other... I would totes go to your masterclass, period. Oh my god, guys. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with a good time. Do you ever react to other genres? I would love to know your take on one of my favorite shows. It's a sci-fi series, The Expanse. I would react to other genres. I will say, though, sci-fi usually is not for me. But if it's good enough, like, I can get down. You know what I mean? Like, if it's good, period. But that's one of the genres that I don't normally like too much. That and animation. Don't cover me! Don't cover me! Ah! Yeah, I can't fuck with animation. I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't feel anything from it. You know what I mean? I'm like, these aren't people. There's a barrier in my mind. I'm just like, I don't feel the same, like, type of, I think, empathy. When can we buy your book? You know what? I literally have over 500 pages of an autobiography already written. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but it will. How I relate to the hyperfixation, my obsession for the last 3 months has been Nicola and Luke. I don't ship them, though. I just love their friendship. Yeah. My blue pools was when Colin says he'll sleep on the sofa. Totally took me out of the moment. Well, because then he also said later, he called it a settee. Make up your mind, Colin, come on. There were too many subplots and the last ep was jam-packed, but I have loved it so much. Paul are the best. Swoon. Bridgerton season 3, when Francesca falls for Michaela on site, takes away her lovely story with her first husband. Oh, that, I mean, if they're going down that route, oof. Do you think after seeing how much we love Poland, the writers added more scenes of them in season 4? I don't, to be completely honest with you, I don't think the writers give a fuck about what we think. So I do think there will be more Poland scenes than there were Anthony scenes, but that's because Poland is their favorite. Like, the favoritism for Poland from the production has been so clear from the beginning. Like, they're their favorite. So I do think we're going to see more of them than we did of Kate and Anthony this season. So excited that an Aussie is going to lead the next series. Yeah. I love your perspectives, the obsessions, analysis on scenes, characters. You're so talented. Do you think season 4 will have Paul and intimacy scenes like Anthony? I hope they'll have more fluff too. I do think they will have at least one intimacy scene, probably. Shondaland needs you to reach out to them. You know what? Girl, I'm here. I'm already doing the work. Colin's apology is not specific. He's no longer the man he was in season 3, but his behavior is more rakish. Would love a discussion of the flaws of the Bridgerton men. That's a good idea. I would definitely do that, because there's a lot to be found. Yeah, I wasn't crazy about his apology, if I'm honest, personally. Because I also am like, what do you mean by that? I'm not the man I was last season? What does that mean? Explain that to me. What didn't you like about season 2 versus season 3? Curious, as I am too, I'm way more Poland. Well, see, again, Anthony's my favorite couple. So it is so weird that season 2 is just like, well, I just think they ruined their story, if I'm honest. I think they fucked over Kate and Anthony so bad. I think it could have been so much better. I think they went for cheaper, dramatic things that compromise the integrity of the characters and their relationship. I also think that the subplots sucked. They were boring as fuck and pointless and took up way too much time. Like, the Featherington subplot in season 2 is bad. Like, that shit is bad. All the subplots in season 3 I liked. So separate and aside from the main story or the couple, just the subplots alone, I liked better in both season 1 and 3 than in season 2. Would love to see you go through The Crown if you haven't already. Some people said it was comparable to Bridgerton, so I watched an OMG. I love The Crown. Love The Crown. Oh, maybe I should do a video on The Crown, because I actually fucking love The Crown. I think it's so fucking good and actually really underrated. Maybe I should do a retrospective. It's been a while since I went and watched. But I love The Crown. I love The Crown. It's so good. Sophie was written in modern day. What would her profession be? Well, how do you mean? Because I still think she would be a maid, probably. Or something, right? Some service person. If she's that. Or I guess she could be like a essential care worker? What, I mean, I'm just thinking of like her status and class. What job would she be most likely to be in? I really like Anthony, but Pauline is my favorite, not because I think we are all Colin and Penelope. Not least because I think we're all Colin and Penelope. Love your videos. Thank you. I don't mind subplots. I have to remind myself Pauline has been the subplot since season 1, so I didn't cry too much at the season 3 subplots because I want Pauline to have lots of scenes in season 4. That's the thing. It's also a give and take, and I think people really in this fandom need to, like, understand that. It really hasn't clicked for them yet. Because I'm like, if you're complaining about other subplots, like, Pauline will be a subplot in other people's seasons. So, it just, like, perspective. I think a lot of people could do with perspective in this fandom. They could really benefit from just zooming out a little bit, just thinking things through just a little bit. I agree about Colin's apology. I'm not the man I was last season, yet this season he returns as not truly I know, it didn't make sense. I didn't even know what he was trying to say, and then what I could try and, like, figure out, I was like, but that goes against the entire narrative that you're trying to make. What do you mean you're saying, I'm not the man I was last season, when all of a sudden so you're saying, like, it's better that you're not yourself now? And also, why would your true self be insulting Penelope, but now this rakish, fake version of you wouldn't? Like, that, it didn't explain it. I've read so many fan fictions where they do that apology, like, just so much better. I think Colin sees season 2 Colin is weak and immature. That's what he meant in his apology. Sure. I guess it could be the immaturity that he's referring to specifically. And I guess, like, his insulting Penelope that way could be down to immaturity. We're approaching autumn soon. Do you have any favorite fall activities, foods, or drinks? Fall's my favorite season. Number 1. It's my birthday season. We love Halloween. You know what? I actually think I could be a pumpkin-ass bitch. Because, like, I had a pumpkin bread not long ago, and I was like, why is this eating down? Like, I've never really been, like, a pumpkin spice girly or anything like that. But maybe I should try and become one. I just saw a recipe for, like, pumpkin chocolate chip bread to make at home, which I might make. But we love that. We love, like, you know, we love all of it. We love the vibes. We love the visuals, the aesthetics. We love the clothing. Ugh, fall is the best. It's my favorite season. What other activities, foods, or drinks are there? Tell me, and I'll see if I know them or like them. It was what they did with Edwina plot that ruined it for me till this day. I can't respect Kate or Anthony. That's what I mean. I think they... I think the... I might get a nosebleed on fucking live, dude. Okay. I can't tell if my nose is about to bleed. It feels like it might. Okay, so just excuse that if that happens. What were we saying? Can't respect Kate or Anthony. Yeah, no, I think it did a disservice to Kate, Anthony, and Edwina as individual characters and each of their relationships. Okay, I just do. I just think it did. I think it did. I wonder if we'll see more of Anthony Paulin and the Featherington children in season 4. I'm just curious because we don't see many babies or younger children in the series. I know, but I mean, we saw a little bit of Augie in season 2, but you know, we didn't have Reggae back, so I think that might change. I think we might see more now that we have Anthony and Paulin having babies. I think we might see their kids more, as both of the parents are going to be in the show. I noticed in season 3 at 5, Julie Andrews says Dearest Reader instead of Dearest Gentle Reader. Sometimes they do just Dearest Reader. I hated Tilly, but the other guy, am I the only one who found her unnecessary? But not the other guy. Am I the only one who found her unnecessary? Yeah, I don't know that they needed to do a Benedict queer plot that way. But they did, so. How batshit crazy would we all go to see a fan extended cut with all the footage they had to cut due to the 8-episode limit? Come on, Netflix. What do you think Paulin's subplot could be in season 4? I do wonder how they're going to continue the Whistledown, because she's still Whistledown. And I wonder if that's going to have any, like, repercussions, or if that's going to be, like, a big thing. And then I do think probably them being new parents will be a part of it. Although I do want to see her pregnant at some point, because like in the book, it's like pregnant Penelope drives Colin insane because he's like so worried about her, which I would love to see. I think it just makes so much sense. But they just had a kid, so I don't know that I really want her to be pregnant again, but I think Colin did go through some personal growth on his travels, but settled on being flirty and rakish to try and reinvent himself. Sure. This is my petition. Thank you, Rachel, very much. This is my petition asking you to give Blue-Eyed Samurai a shot. I think you'll really like the story. It is animated, but it's a new animation style that is much more cinematic. Ugh. Is it Blue-Eyed Samurai? So is it like anime? What is it? I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. What's the story? But thank you for your donation. It's much appreciated. You're so real about the season 2 subplots. It took me out of it so much. I don't know. Yeah, I always fucking fast forward through that shit when I rewatch it. Like, I'm just like, this is so stupid. Love the Colin, Eloise, Penelope triangle. Wish they pushed that dynamic more. I know. Y'all. The way that I could fix it. I'm like, I could fix it, guys. Like, I'm telling you. I'm so deadass, someone put me in charge of literally everything having to do with Bridgerton. Put me in charge of the promotion. Put me in charge of the on-set content that's taken. Put me in charge of making the compilations. Put me in charge of assigning what interviews they do. Put me in charge of asking them questions. Put me in charge of writing it. Put me in charge of the promotional campaign and the graphic design and everything, and the posters and the aesthetic look, and like I'm just like I have the vision. I want to see a blooper reel yet again. See, that comment also made me think of this. Like, I'm like, they're gonna give us a blooper reel probably when season 4 is about to premiere, like they've done with the past 2 seasons, but it's gonna be like 2 minutes long. And I'm like, let me sort through the footage. Dead ass. Give me the raw footage. I will make you a good bloopers compilation. None of this 1-2 minute shit. Give me a break. Give me a break. Come on. There's more than that. Come on now. Come on now. We can do better than that. And even just making on-set content. Like, I'm like, why don't we have a social media manager that's like making them do trends and shit? You know what I mean? Does anybody know who Reese is? He's in charge of a lot of social media for a lot of movies and TV shows. And I'm like, that would be great for me. Because he's just like on set, always making content. And I'm like, the content I could make. The things I would pay attention to. The things I would suggest. The things I would make the actors do. The things I would be like, taking pictures of. Guys. No, I really miss Daphne in season 3. I'm not sure if she'll come back for season 4. I miss Daphne too. She did say, like, she was like, when she said she wasn't coming back for 3, she was like, maybe in the future, so I don't know if it'll be 4, but maybe 5, I could see that. I hate that they skip Paul in pregnancy. Yeah. I love that they have a kid. Like, that makes so much sense to me. Even though they're the youngest, I said this today in my video too, but like, I'm just like, they have a breeding kink. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They just do. They just scream that to me, so it makes so much sense to me that they're pregnant, or that they have already had a child. I think that's correct, but yeah, I would like to see, the pregnancy. Wondering whether Colin finds out about the money Portia took from the Ton. I mean, what could he really do? I don't think he really would give a fuck, honestly. Imagine they bring back Marina as a subplot to be an introduction into Eloise's story. You know, I would say that could happen, but but I think there's drama with the actress, Ruby, right? Didn't she say they mistreated her or something like that? Like, I don't know that she would come back or that they would want her to come back, unfortunately. There's been drama and difficulty there, so I don't know if that will happen. But I have a theory about Eloise's season. Let me know if you want to hear it, because I think they could do something that they didn't do in the books. I agree, I would have loved to see Colin worrying over a pregnant Penelope, I know. For fall activities, I like baking and sitting in cafes, but those activities are pretty universal to each season. Wanted to try going apple picking and visiting pumpkin patches. Ooh, I would love a caramel covered apple, period. Oh, that's one of the best things ever. I have a whole story, like I really wanted one forever and had never had one, and then I finally got one at the rodeo, and then I had to go to a concert, and they literally, I hadn't even taken a bite of it. They literally made me throw it away. I couldn't enter the concert unless I threw away my caramel apple. I skipped all Ben scenes that weren't with his family. It was just the same for him, and I think he was just bored and curious. No, you truly can fix it. I mean, it's so funny because I say that, but then I'm like, if I was the writer or showrunner or whatever, I guarantee there would be like so many people who were like, she's ruining it, and hated every single decision that I make. So there's really no winning, but I think I could fix it. Luke commented on hurdles they'd have to overcome in season 4. I'm excited to see them problem solve together and maybe see a kink or two. I mean, can we get a Carriage Part 2? I think that would be so good. Like, it doesn't even need to be a full scene. You know what I mean? Just, like, have them start. Or have them, like, have an anniversary or, like, something. Or, like, have them leaving an event. And then they start getting it on. And then, you know, you're left to, you know, be like, oh my god, they have a thing for getting it on in carriages now. So cute. My theory is Marina dies this season, then Eloise reaches out to Philip. If you didn't interview, we might get some of our questions answered. Dude, when I tell you... I'm gonna do a video about this too. Because, like, God bless traditional media. I would like to be a part of traditional media one day. I'd love to work at a magazine or production company, any of that type of stuff. I want to do all of it, in fact. But I'm like, these people don't care. You know what I mean? Like, the journalists that go and interview for these shows ask the exact same questions. And it's like, how is it coming back to the season? How is it being the leads of the season? Every single fucking interview asks the same fucking questions over and over and over again. And they're pointless and they get nowhere. And they don't really care about the show, right? Which is fine. They're doing their job. But I'm like, how much better would it be if there was someone who actually, like, really loved the show and had a passion for it interviewing? Hello? I would love to get into the weeds with them. I would love to be like, so this facial expression. So what was your interpretation here? And what was the conversation? Like, I would love to talk. There's so much. Also, they haven't done any post season 3 talk. Like, they haven't talked about the wedding or, like, them having a kid, really. Like, get me an interview. Come on. I want to talk about the entrapment line. Come on. I want to talk about the Modiste scene. I want to talk about the wedding. I want to get into it with them. And seems like I'm the only person that would or could. So I don't know how to make that happen. Truly, I don't know. Let it be known that I should have an interview. Come on. In-depth interview. None of this 5-minute interview either, because I have questions. I have things I need to get into. Come on now. And I think it's so funny because it's like, not only would fans and general audiences that don't really care that much, like, they would appreciate an interview with so much passion and thought put into it, but also the actors. Think about how exhausting it is for actors to go on press tours and be asked the same surface level question over and over and over again. Like, I could actually get into, like, acting techniques with them and, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I feel like actors love when they're asked questions about, like, their craft and, like, that type of stuff when people actually notice things. I just think it would be so much better for everyone. Yes, bring on the bloopers. I don't think they will actually show Marina or that the actress would come back, as she stated the show creators did not support her and her mental health. Yeah. Seriously, reach out to them. They need you to fix all these little problems. Send them your stuff. I know, but who do I don't know who to reach out to. Oh, actually, I did try, kind of. Not really, but kind of, to get an interview. I reached out to some people, but didn't go anywhere. So I don't know who to reach out to. I don't know how to make that happen, really. How long is Francesca going to be married in the background before her season? But then Eloise seems like a long time before we get to her actual season. Yeah. I think they're going to have her be married to John until her season. They might have sprinkles of Michaela and whatnot and that dynamic building, but they're not going to do... I don't think they're going to have her... Because that's when the story starts. That's when her story starts. So... Also, does anybody think it's possible that they might not kill John? That if they are going down a route of, like, Francesca never loved John romantically, but just, like, as bestie boos, because she's fully lesbian or whatever, I'm like, then just don't kill John. Just let him stay alive. If they're gonna change it that much, I'm like, then just let him stay alive and be a beard, okay? Come on, don't kill my man's off. If you're gonna say she never loved him, come on. Maybe he's gay too. Fuck it. Let's make everyone fucking gay, I guess. What would you like the cover on off of her doing? With Luke tossing in your hot to look like. I just lit up. You just infused me with life. I would love if they're both dressed in their masquerade attire. No, they absolutely should be. They absolutely should be. It should be a classic. It should be probably, like, low-key. Well, they could do an artistic thing of, like, the stairs and, like, a long train cascading down, and she's, like, looking back over her shoulder. And then Benedict's, like, at the, you know, front looking at her or something like that. But maybe they need both of them to be facing, like, pretty much forward. And they could do something with a... Well, would they want to do a maid costume for the cover? Although she probably will be in a maid costume for a good chunk of the season. There's a lot of... I love that question. Literally, this is what I need. You guys give me fucking prompts, and I will fucking generate 10 different covers for you. Like, I will make the posters. I will tell you what they need to do. It's so clear to me. Just give me the prompt, give me the idea, and I will fly with it. And let me go graphic design some options now. Thank you very much. That was so inspiring. Daphne was needed for at least one Colin Daphne scene. I know. Theory on Eloise's season? Yes. Yes, theories for Eloise, please. Okay. I think they might kill not only Marina, but the kids. I think they might kill the kids. I think they might have it be that he's a widower and he lost his children. And take out the element of, like, Eloise being instant stepmom. Because I hope that they do go for, like, well, with the way they're changing it, they might do, like, Eloise doesn't want kids ever. But I would like to see the growth there. I would like to see her grow to, like, want to have kids. But I could see them killing off the kids and just changing that plot where it's like she's not instant stepmom and that's not... Because it doesn't quite... It's really hard to envision. They would need to do a lot of transformation for Eloise, I feel like, in this season, which they could, for that to translate at all on screen. With the version that they've done in the show. Which songs would you like to be covered in season 4? Well, this is a classic Benofi song, but Enchanted. I was enchanted to meet you. Please don't be in love with someone else. Come on now. That would be so good. Get a string... I'm gonna throw up. Get a string cover. I also low-key think they should be camp and do a string cover of Masquerade from Phantom of the Opera during the Masquerade. But when Benedict and Sophie dance, Enchanted. Enchanted string cover. It's literally right there. Like, it's perfect. Think about it. Think about it. If you haven't listened to that song, listen to that song with, like, a Cinderella story in mind. And see the vision. No, because I'm begging for Paul and Kirsten with Partition as a background song. I'm literally devour. It's like all of them ask ChatGPT what questions to ask, so they all get the same ones. Yes. I honestly would love to hear your opinions / rankings on the other books, because I've been reading them recently, and you're better at articulating my exact thoughts than I am. Y'all, so many people are already coming for me for my opinion about Offer from a Gentleman. I'm like, oh, guys. I really think I'm gonna, like, be canceled for my opinions on Offer from a Gentleman, because people are talking about the blackmail, and, you know, coercion and stuff, and I'm like, I'm like, not actually, but like, well, I have explanations, but I don't think people are gonna like it. When Penn offers annulment because there are many in the town who are upset with Lady Whistledown could be foreshadowing for season 4 plot and story. Yeah, that could be. And Jess Brownell, the showrunner, has done an interview talking about that possibility. Like, there's still being strife and drama with the Lady Whistledown. I would love post-season interviews. Lucla thoughts the press tour was undeniably a fire. No. Yes, I think they have a great relationship, and I love the press tour was so good. I miss the press tour. I actually probably am gonna do another compilation soon of favorite interview moments or whatnot. Yeah, they answered questions about part 1 and said they wanted to say things about part 2 but couldn't. Then nothing. I wanted to know for sure what the 2 words were that Nicholas suggested for the mirror scene. Oh, well, we know that's... She suggested he say lie down. So there you go. But yes, post part 2 interviews are really needed. I thought they might make John asexual or something. How old are you, Sammy, if you don't mind me asking? I'm 23. I enjoyed season 3, but after watching your analysis of scenes, I like it even more, as you pointed out. Details I didn't notice, even the 5th time around. I'm so glad. How do you feel about the entrapment line? I can't wait to get into the entrapment line, guys. I'm gonna eat down on the entrapment line. I have so many thoughts on the entrapment line. What do you mean? I could talk for hours about the entrapment line. I'm thinking the Masquerade promos will resemble 50 Shades Darker. Yeah. We had no mention, hint, or anything about Francesca and John's wedding night. That's true. That's true. Was it just me, but we didn't see Fran and John's wedding night, etc.? There's so much emphasis on this for everyone else. Do you think Marina's story will go the same? It's kind of messy because Penn was involved. That's true, but I do think they're going to kill her. I think they might change her death, though. I think they might not have it be suicide. They might have it be like some illness, which I think they could double up with the kids. Like, Marina got sick, and then the kids got sick, and then they died. They're definitely, I think, going to kill her, but they might not have it be suicide. And petition to have interviews after the entirety of the season has aired so we can all ask the things they can actually answer. I know. Knowing that could have been Colin's kids is crazy to me. Hi from Australia. Love your in-depth analysis of season 3. Outstanding. Not feeling the season 4 vibe at all with Benedict as the lead. Well, keep in mind, nothing has actually happened, right? They haven't even started filming. So there's really no vibe even to feel yet. So just wait. You know what I mean? Because you cannot feel it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, you know, you couldn't not feel it when it starts, but it hasn't even really started yet. They haven't, you know what I mean? Like, there's not even pictures of them filming, no costumes, no promos, no stills, no paparazzi, nothing. Yet. Cressida or Elle would have made great lesbians, Cressida specifically being a very wealthy woman, and it's given part of the ton would have been a great, I know, I wouldn't have minded that. Do an Eloise bi storyline. Come on. Or, I guess, well, they've already cast we're getting into dangerous territory, I can't. Offer for a Gentleman is truly my least favorite book, and I actively avoid it in my rereads. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I feel like maybe I could change some people's minds, but also we can have different opinions. You know what I mean? People can hate it. I can love it. People have preferences and opinions that differ, and that's fine. Can you do a ranking on all the books, like favorite to least favorite? I am absolutely going to do a ranking of all the books. You're allowed to like what you like. Thank you, Michelle. I think the kids could be an important part to Eloise's growth. I don't see her getting out of herself and putting others first without kids, especially if they aren't hers. It could challenge her. No, I agree. I just could see them changing that for the show. And and then, like, see her, like, nurture Philip, I guess, like, through his grief, something like that. I really want to know how the rest of the family reaction to her being Whistledown. Yeah. We welcome the strife for Lady Whistledown, and then the explosive makeup with Paulin. We welcome the passion. Julia Quinn has said she approved the gender switch for Francesca's character, but her abiding love for John has to be shown on screen. I think that Francesca will be pregnant, but not lose the baby. That's interesting. That's interesting. And then her and Michaela have to raise it together. Or don't have to, but, like, it's weird. That's good, that's good. Because then, you know, even if they weren't to get officially married, which they could just basically have the queen be like, let gays get married and then they'll, like, fix it or whatever. But we know, established from season 1, that it's, like, forbidden. So if they're not going to get married, she could still be, like, the companion and as the aunt. Or the cousin or whatever. The family of the baby. But then feel guilt for, like, taking over that place, but still having an actual connection to the baby because she loved John. If enough time passes before Eloise's season, maybe the kids could be older, like 8 to 10, and they'd be independent enough that Eloise could be more of a mentor / big sister figure than a maternal one. That's another good shout. I could see that happening. I could see that. I could see if they were, like, little... I could see there being, like, opportunity for a lot of comedy if they were a little bit older, I guess. I know Penn was feeling bad, but I would have definitely argued the entrapment line if I were her. Guys, you don't even know how much I have to say about that. I loved Offer from a Gentleman. My fastest read couldn't be because I picture Luke T. Marina's storyline is so sad in the books. I know. Death of Children is crazy. Because that's a huge reason why she gives Philip a chance when he's being a jerk. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to make Philip a jerk in the show. I actually think Philip will be a sweet angel baby in the show. I think they're going to change that a lot. I have a question. Of the 4 directors that season 3 had, who's your favorite? Who do you think did the best at the job? I loved Andrew, Epps 3 and 4, and Tom. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. Because 3 and 4, I'm thinking 4 carriage scene, and then 3 had a lot of specific directorial choices that I liked. And then Tom is good overall. He's pretty consistent. Colin would feel terrible if Marina offed herself, and it would absolutely stir up new Whistledown drama, but I don't want that. I just want to have... Yeah, no, I think they're just going to make it that she died of an illness or something. I was thinking that Rewrite the Stars from The Greatest Showman would be so good for season 4 with what I've heard about the plot for Offer from a Gentleman. That could. Love a Cinderella story, so I hope season 4 is the Bridgerton version of that movie. We love Cinderella stories. Yes, I think they might have made Eloise the queer storyline, but couldn't because they already introduced Philip. Of course, Sammy, you're right. Okay, so I simply don't like Benedict as a character yet. Do you think Fran will have John's child like John Jr.? This way, when he does die, the title goes to him since the title couldn't pass to Michaela. Yeah, that's a good shout. Actually, this is a good idea. But guys, are they making it that she never loved John romantically or not? Because to me, it seems like they are. And I don't like that. Do you think there might be a friendship developed in season 4 between Penn and Sophie since she's a fan of Lady Whistledown in the books? Yes. Honestly, I can't see Eloise having spicy scenes. It's interesting. You know, I've thought about that. I just think they're going to be different than we're used to seeing, probably. I think, actually... Well, no, I could see Eloise... Which... I could see Eloise... I mean, it's pretty, like, you know, radical feminist to be, like, exploring and embracing her sexuality, right? Like, we could see... I could see a route of that taken. I could also see a route of, like, Philip being a little bit more, like, reserved, so it not really being the same as the first, like, 3 seasons. But I actually think... potentially Eloise, but Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth's spicy scenes are all going to be very different. Because Francesca, that's a whole new ball game, right? Like that's I mean, we're dealing with new gender dynamics, so who knows, that's going to be very different. But also the youngest too, especially if they keep the same actors, I just think they'll be different because we watch them grow up. Hold on. Okay, let me hold you. Okay. I thought the entrapment line was great, no hate, but showed his real hurt and insecurity. Marina entrapped him too. No, I'm an entrapment line lover, so... Do you think pushing Pauline's story forward to season 3 instead of season 4 was a good choice? Yes, I do. I always knew that was a possibility. I was mad because I was looking forward to Benedict's season. But the thing is, it always depended on the execution, and I think they did it well. I think it would have been a lot to have 3 seasons of slow burn. I think people would have been over it. And like leaving off where they did in season 2, it needed to start into the romantic territory, like pretty much very soon after that. You know what I mean? Like we couldn't do yet another year of like just friends or whatever. Like I think, yeah. If they kill off the kids, it could be another reason for Eloise to be drawn to him. She lamented about everyone pairing off in season 3. Him losing his whole family is an interesting reverse. Yes. The only issue I have with Eloise being a lesbian is just because she is against the traditional roles that women, it doesn't mean that she has to be a lesbian. It's clever that they've chosen Fran. True. The thought of Eloise being pranked and stressed by the kids is comedic gold. Hope they keep the story. Want to see how Eloise and Penelope's friendship will be in season 4. Yeah, I'll be interested about that. There's no way they'll make Philip a jerk. You can tell by how he treated Colin. He was so happy to have someone. I know, bless him. He was a sweet baby angel. He's actually probably like the most pure man we've seen on the show. Poor Colin, the entrapment line was PTSD response. Oh, the pain and confusion that boy felt. I know. I'm gonna make people love that line. I will change all your minds, so I'll make you love it. Saying in her Colin analysis video how some of his actings were a trauma response due to Marina made me rethink the entrapment line completely. He was testing the waters in their relationship. Yes. Colin with his unhinged self saying entrapment when he engineered several inappropriate interactions with Penn and then compromises her, proposes, deflowers her, and she entraps him. Can you make me mod? Sure. I'm probably not. Yeah, it confused me because she seemed so in love till they kissed, and then she seemed super conflicted, but I loved her and John. I know! Ooh, I'm not gonna like it if they change that. First it made me mad and hurt for Penelope after what he told Portia, but it makes sense with everything he went through. Yes. Claudia Jessie said in an interview she was nervous about getting her tits out, but she would be doing. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's interesting. Like, I can see that for Claudia, right? Like, more than Eloise, but I think they'll probably, like, it's similar to, like, I mean, did you really think, well, I guess if you're a Paulin person, you probably did, but, like, a little hard to see season 1, or even season 2, Penn and Colin in spicy scenes. Like, hard to envision that, theoretically, but then, like, they had their character growth and their maturity and everything, and then it was good. It was a great choice to push Colin's story because Eloise is very close to Benedict, and it would make sense for her because the sibling she had the same opinion about getting married is married now. Yes, so I realized that today in my Q&A as well, because he also falls outside of society's traditional expectations, and like they have a kinship there, the kind of like odd ones out, the black sheep of the family. So I think like her seeing that he can maintain who he is as a person while also being married and in love will open her eyes to that. So I think that's a good one, actually. Love your analysis videos. I can't tell you how many times I've rewatched them. Brilliant. Yay! To be fair, I couldn't see Pauline's pin with spicy scenes either until it made sense. Yes, exactly. That's what I was just saying that. For Yaren/Sophie solo cover, I would love for the cover to be half maid, Sophie, half lady in silver. Period. Come on now. Or even well, I guess mirrors is Pollen's thing, but they could do something with, like, reflection, where it's, like, on one side she's Sophie, and then the other side she's the Lady in Silver. Want Lady Whistledown to have actual storyline in season 4, like how she will be seen in society, how big of an impact she will continue to say. To have, hello? Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't know. Okay, I have been talking for way too long, so I think I'm gonna end this. But good chatting to you guys. I have many videos coming. Some Bridgerton, some not Bridgerton, and with an E's coming, Q&A's coming, some things I haven't talked about that I'm excited about. I don't know how you'll make me like the entrapment line. I was joking. I don't know that I actually will, but I think I might change. I might be able to like offer a perspective that some people have seen. Pollen relationship analysis is on the way. It's a work in progress. I'm always working on it. It's gonna take a little longer though, especially that video in particular. Like it just needs time to be of a certain quality. So yeah, Pollen relationship, I am working on that. Willow tree scene should be the next anatomy of a scene. And then episode 5 Yap session, and then a bunch of other stuff that I haven't even talked about. So, okay, bye!